there is nothing to do on the phone. You get caught up in the illusion. You're thinking there's something to do on the phone. Your screen time is off the charts. Like 40 hours a week. Like you're working for a company. The great Exercitation, what he said? Is that if you already premeditated, that he said that the new world slavery is not physical, it's mental slavery. And that's the reality living right now. Mental slavery. Every few minutes you're touching your phone, doing nothing. You don't like to think for yourself. You're corrupting your mind, body, spirit. That's why you're stuck where you are right now. Same job. You're every aspect of your life, you're not growing. You see that because of mental slavery. You're enslaved by your phone. That phone that you're looking at right now is electrical device. It's a weapon. If you don't use the weapon wisely, then it will destroy you. Because it will hijack your mind. And without your mind, then what are you? You're pretty much useless. Because you're saved by your phone. It's like a chip on your shoulder. It's chipped on your shoulder. Every now and again, you're touching your phone. You're touching your phone, doing nothing on the phone. You don't do anything of importance on your phone. That's why it doesn't make sense. So we live in a society. We live in a world of consumers, not producers. You're constantly consuming on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. All these platforms, you just consume. You're scrolling endlessly for hours till your head explodes. You're consuming, just consuming. What does consuming do for you? Don't get me wrong. It's important to consume to get information and see and that's going to impact how you produce. But the problem is you're strictly consuming. And that leads to a lot of consequences, which is not worth it. Because the one that creates, that produce, those are the ones that they're making an impact in the world. They change people's lives. That is what you call consumers. That's what you call producing. You can, for example, create content, show people how to get fit and strong. Or how to get their finances right. So many avenues to go to. That's what you call producing. But if you're just consuming, strictly consuming, then it's crazy, man. It's like you're leading far astray. It leads to many problems, as I say, many problems. You want to be a creator, not a consumer. Because now you're able to use that energy you're creating and you're able to solve people's problems to earn money. But if it's not that, then what are you actually doing with yourself? What are you doing with your time, your energy? That's a question you got to answer yourself. From my experience, look at assessing the mobile phone, is that it destroys attention span. It literally destroys it because every within a minute you're touching your phone, and you're going through all these apps. It destroys your attention span because it's constantly you're watching one video onto the next. So you don't get to stick to your video and watch it all the way to the end. When's the last time you watched a video more than 5 minutes? Or even 10 minutes? Or even more? You can't because your attention span is messed up. You've got a quick buzz and then you move on to the next 100 videos that you're going to watch. That's the source of attention span. That's why you cannot focus on your studies or at work or whatever important task you can't focus on. And you make mistakes, you're never able to produce at the highest level because your attention span is messed up. So you're way off to increase your attention span. You're way off better than, focus on one task for a long period of time for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Reading the book increases your attention span. Playing puzzles, playing chess. That's many times better to improve your attention span than that's going to improve your attention span. You're able to focus on a long period of time, then be on your phone, which does the complete opposite. From my experience, is the mobile phone destroys your mood. Because I realized when you're on a mobile phone for a period of time, then you start to feel, you know, you don't feel good, you're not in a good mood. You got mental, you got brain fog, lack of focus. You know, you feel trapped. It's because of the mobile phone. If you are aware of yourself, yeah, aware of mentally, physically, how you feel. But if not, then you're not be aware of yourself. So you will fall for anything if you're not aware of yourself. That's why I'm talking about this video, because I know this is the big problem in society today. There's nothing to do on your phone. Like, snap out of it. There's nothing to do on your phone. You know, you're destroying your mood. So that now you're not at a low frequency, and now you're not able to treat people accordingly. You're not able to give that enthusiasm, that positive energy. You're not a light in the room. People don't gravitate towards you. It's crazy. People don't gravitate towards you, and that's a massive problem. And that leads me to the next point, is that you become socially awkward. Because when you tap in to your phone so much, you don't want to be socializing with people. You don't got the incentive to socialize with people, and then you're comfortable, because when you're socially awkward, you lack confidence, belief in yourself. You know, you feel shy. It all comes from you're over consuming your phone. Your screen time is off the charts. That's where it leads to. That's why you need to use your phone with purpose. You pick up the phone, what am I using that phone for? What am I going to do on it specifically? Am I going to research? Am I going to produce content? See, now you're using your mind. When you think like that manner, your mind can't be hijacked. That's why it's so important, you know, to put the phone aside and that. There's endless amount of things you can do without needing to be on your phone. So many things. You know, so because social awkwardness is a big problem. That's why when I have conversations with people, you know, they ain't got much to say. There's no energy, no aura, lack personality, charisma. It's because of the phone. It's a self-destruction. That's why it's created. It's a self-destructing yourself. You know, if you're a person that doesn't use a phone, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. That people you can have a game, like there's nothing, you don't get nothing in return. You know, that energy, that enthusiasm, it's not there. They're looking down. The person's looking this way, that way. He's touching himself, scratching here, scratching there. Socially awkward. You better up putting the phone aside and going to talk to your friends and family, a random person. Go and talk to them, you know, and be able to understand human nature. You know, you're able to explain different type of people, personalities, charisma. That's more better for your confidence, for your enthusiasm, for your mindset. It's better. You're better off doing that for hours than be on your phone. If you got nothing to do on your phone, if you're not creating content, what the hell are you doing on your phone? Nothing. And by the without shadow of a doubt, it's a big waste of time. Big waste of time on your phone. Because your mind is hijacked. You're thinking that illusion there's something to do on your phone. All the time. No wonder people say that, oh, time goes quick. Oh, it's gone quick. It's gone quick because you're on your phone. The time be on your phone makes the time go quick. For example, if you work and you're on your phone, you see the shift goes by quick. Oh, it's already over. Because all this time you be on your phone. You're not talking to anyone, nothing. No conversations. You're on your phone, and that makes the time go by. You can watch like 20 videos, and that's a couple of hours gone. No wonder you say that time goes by quick, because all the time energy, most of the time your existence is on the screen. Think about it. Most of your existence is on the screen. You're watching the screen. You're watching what everyone else is doing. Consuming. Oh, this person got this car. Oh, it's driving this and that. And now you're media sport. You're comparing your life to other person's life. You see, that's why I don't go on social media unless I have to produce. Because you see, a person can do this move, but you can't do it. So because we human beings were naturally envious. We naturally compare ourselves secretly, compare ourselves to other people. Because I want what you want what I want. You see? And that causes a comparison that you don't feel good, you feel poor, you question your existence. That comes from being addicted to your phone. That's why it's better off. You want to truly make the most out of your time. You know what you need to do? What you need to do is to work on yourself. That's the best way you can work on yourself. You can work out, read books, have meaningful conversations. Work on your business, look on a skill. Breath work. There's so many things any smart thing can do. It doesn't fit in a 24-hour bracket unless you work like a robot. You can fit in. But of course, you can have breaks, you can relax and everything. But if you really be that intense, the amount of things you can do in a day, it don't fit in the 24 hours bracket. You see? And that's why that goes show how much ridiculous amount of time you're wasting on your phone. That's why X said this new savior is not mental. The new savior is not physical, it's mental. And that is the mobile phone. You either use your mobile phone, be in control of it, or it will be in control over you. And then you waste your time, energy, potential away. It's your choice, your mind, your body, your soul, and your free will. It's up to you. I know what I'm going to do. I hope you make the best decision for yourself. So that's the end of the video. If you need help with this, to make sure you be in control of your mobile phone, and to progress in your life, then comment down below ASAP. Shoot me a DM on my socials. I'll help you ASAP. And make sure to obey the algorithm, bro. This is a major issue, worldwide issue of mobile phone addiction. Make sure, for all the people out there, a lot of people are talking about now with this. Obey the algorithm, please, by liking, commenting, and hitting that red subscribe button. I've been for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day, man.